Hey, it's Enigma Hood. I saw Steve Shives' video, 5 Stupid Things About Superhero Comics, and I was hoping that he would say something stupid about Superman. Because I fucking hate that douchebag. And he didn't! He didn't, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna do a video. 5 Stupid Things About Superman. So let's just fucking do it, shall we? He looks exactly like a human. Despite being an alien from another planet, he happens to not only look exactly like a Homo sapiens, he also looks exactly like a Homo sapiens descended from European ancestry. I guess the writers failed biology class. This all goes back to my argument about how humanoid aliens are utterly unrealistic. The chances that an alien would be humanoid is remote. For all the exact details on why, check out my greatest misconception video on it, but at least other science fiction stories try to make their humanoid aliens look different from humans. Soups doesn't even friggin' try. He looks straight up like a European. And if that were not bad enough, he also has an alien penis that is exactly the same as a sapien's reproductive organs and is capable of having sex with sapiens females and producing live, fertile offspring. Which directly implies that this alien is the same exact species as us. He is pro-Morrican. For an alien from another planet, he sure has a weird bias in favor for Morica. Why? Might have something to do with the fact that all the writers are Morrican, but you might think an alien would be more impartial. Maybe it has something to do with this Hicks upbringing, but he has failed history class. Either that or he just chooses to ignore dark little facts like how Americans committed genocide against the Native Americans. Americans have raised, raped, and killed more people than the Nazis ever did. But Superman never cares about that. He also doesn't care about how Morica enslaved millions of Africans and then oppressed them for decades afterwards. He also does nothing to stop modern American immoral imperialistic behavior, like the Vietnam War and the invasion of Iraq, which had nothing to do with 9/11. But yet, he didn't do anything to stop that. That would be bad enough. But in Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, Soups is such an imbecile that he actually takes orders from the President of the United States of America without question. Why? He has zero problem fighting off the evil communists, killing Russians in the name of the glorious United States of America. Truth, justice, and the American way. Fuck you, douchebag. He doesn't kill. This is a problem that Batman has, but at least Batman used to kill in his early days. There's a good reason for why we kill in real life. People can actually die in real life, and sometimes in specific situations, people must be killed in order to prevent more violence or a worse situation. Now, cartoons and comics can get away with no-kill policies as long as the nature of the media is comical in nature, like Batman comics. But when the media begins to take itself more seriously, the flaws become more egregious. Lex Luthor is obviously a man who's too dangerous to be left alive. And all the people he is responsible for killing can squarely be put on Soups for not killing him right from the start. For that matter, being good is incredibly unrealistic. We're supposed to believe that a man with incredible power would only use it for altruistic purposes, while every single politician ever to exist abused his power when he was given too much of it. Power corrupts, and Soups is no exception. I don't care what kind of lame excuse upbringing the writers want to purport. He is a boring character. When you have a character that powerful, the stories are inevitably going to be dull. Even the writers realized this and they made his character too powerful. They relied on stupid gimmicks like kryptonite and magic over and over and over again. He was too powerful, and it was difficult for them to write any villain that had any real chance against him. Even after they depowered him, he was still too powerful. Even his villains aren't that interesting, with the exception of Doomsday or the animated series version of Brainiac. But they never use these cool villains in the movies. Instead, they just keep on using Lex Luthor or Zod over and over and over again. His costume is terrible. It amazes me that this freak could get away with wearing a clown costume for so long and never getting called on it. He wears red underwear on the outside of his pants. Why does this character appeal to so many rejects? At least now they finally got rid of the red underpants, but he still looks like a clown. And why is his spandex invulnerable to everything he is invulnerable to? He could be caught in a massive explosion, but his costume is unscathed. I know writers like to use the excuse of some invisible force around his body, but that's about as stupid as him impregnating Lois Lane. He might as well go around naked with his jubblies hanging out. And what's the deal with his secret identity? The writers didn't want to obscure his beautiful face with a mask. But what's the alternative? Wear a mask in real life? That would be a little conspicuous, so they had him wear glasses instead, as if that would fool anyone. Worse yet, he works with Lois Lane on a daily basis and always saves her as Superman, and she can never put two and two together. What moron thought this would work? And don't give me that super hypnosis bullshit. Now, I know some fanboys are gonna be butthurt over this, but I honestly don't give a fuck. I say what I want to say and I do what I want to do. You mad, bro? This is Enigma Hood signing off.